These days, I get a lot of questions about what Trump should do to close the gap with Hillary. Well, we talk about that at length in our book, Armageddon, which is really a piece of advice to answer that question. But let me take the specific ideas that are in here and speak about them in the context of the current political situation. I think there are three big things Trump should do. First, he should immediately begin advertising, paid ads on TV all over the country, attacking Hillary. It's important for him to do that, to turn the focus of attention back on Hillary. The dynamic of this race is both candidates have such high negatives that if we're thinking of Hillary, we're going to vote for Trump, and if we're thinking of Trump, we're going to vote for Hillary. And by ads focusing attention on her many, many scandals in the past, we focus attention on Hillary, and I think move voters over to Trump. The second thing he has to do is, in Armageddon, I list all kinds of positive issue proposals that he should be making that bring voters to him. One example is to support school choice as the civil rights issue of our time to help bring black voters in. He should talk about terrorism, about crime, about safe streets. And most important of all, he needs to throw what in Armageddon I call the left hook, which is to go after the Bernie Sanders voters with a program of reform of bank regulation, eliminating quantitative easing that basically just hands out trillions to the banks that enriches that group, and instead to replace it with policies that are oriented toward protecting us from the depredations of the banks and the gambling that they do. Particularly among this is the reenactment of Glass-Steagall, that says that if you're going to guarantee federal bank deposits, and if you're going to implicitly say a bank is too big to fail and will protect it, you have got to limit the kind of investing the bank can do and not let it go into really risky stuff like derivatives or subprime mortgages or the other stuff that got us into trouble. The third thing he should do is each day he should put out a new negative against Hillary. We have in this book 12 reasons why Hillary should not be president. One of them is her lies, and we catalog each one of them. Her flip-flops, and we list at least a dozen of them. Her corruption, and we talk about scandals in her past and current scandals, and the transactions that went on of speaking fees in return for favorable actions by the State Department. Trump needs to take all of those and each day feature a separate scandal of Hillary's. There are more than 100 of them. There's enough for every day between now and the election. And none of it is old news, because when even those scandals that have been well publicized 20 years ago, like her trading in the futures market, capital futures, were outed in a context in which she was first lady, and who cared about that? Now they're being outed in the context that she is a possible president of the United States. And these scandals all relate to character flaws that need to be exposed. Now, this video is not just advice for Donald Trump, it's advice for you and your friends, and I hope you send it all over the place. Share it with everybody. Because this campaign is not waged at one level of a candidate. It's got to be waged at the local level with each of us, interacting with the concentric circles that are around us of family and friends and business associates and golfing partners and lodge members and all kinds of stuff like that. And that's where the campaign needs to be fought. And Armageddon, which I hope you pick up, will provide ammunition to help you do that. Thanks for watching.